Okay, Amanjot, are you ready for speaking?
Yes, ma'am. Organizing any event is a very difficult task for everyone as it requires a lot of efforts. Some people prefer to organize these events by themselves as they want these events special for their special one. Whereas other people's
Not
like to
people,
adopt any.
Amanjot, other people. There's no word as such as peoples. So
Okay.
other people, okay?
Okay. Whereas other people like to hire some professional event organizers. Mm, Even though in my life I haven't much experience to organize events, today I'm going to talk. Today I take this opportunity to talk about one of the events which I organized with the help of my friends. It was the time when I was in 11th standard. Then our class teachers gave us responsibility to organize a farewell party for our seniors. Initially, we was down in terms because we hadn't had this kind of experience before. Then we decided to take help from the YouTube videos, as we can easily search any kind of information on it. Firstly, we watched some videos related to decorations, curtains, and designs, which will give stunning look to our school's main hall. Then we watched some videos related to food items, snacks, and beverages. Apart from that, I also looked for the sitting arrangement for our staff members, such as teachers, other clerical staff members, as well as for senior and junior students. After watching this kind of stuff, we all started to implement our plan. We spent all many classmates for this event. Within 2 to 3 days, we all prepared well, and on the day of the party, our class teachers as well as students got mesmerized after watching the decoration. Moreover, we also hired DJ as well as I made a plan to play songs on every student on every student to give them a challenge. We also gifted some memorable gifts to our seniors. This event.
Okay, Amanjot, your time is up. I think your introductory part was a bit too long.
Okay, ma'am.
And you have to say we were. In one of your sentences, you said we was, but we were, and we
Yes, ma'am.
decided to take, not took, but to take.
Okay, ma'am.
Alright, so yes, that's your correction, and you must pay attention to your time limit.
Okay,
It
ma'am.
requires 90 seconds for speaking. If you go too lengthy, you're going to repetition of words, and there you repeated in occasion and occasion. So try
Okay,
and not,
ma'am.
for occasion you can say events also, which you did use, but you had lots of repetition of the word occasion.
In order to make someone's day special, organized event is the best idea. One can feel connected with their loved ones while organizing any special event. Here I would like to talk about such an event which I prepared for my cousin's success. Last year, my family and I got news that my sister has cracked the examination of IES. We all were over the moon because it was very surprising and happy moment for us. At that time, I thought to organize a surprise party for her. Having discussion with all the family members, my father decided and invited the kith and kin of us, and it was the responsibility of my mother to bake a cake for her because she is blessed with culinary skills. My sister and I decorated the whole house with balloons and flowers. The house looks very beautiful. When my cousin sister entered the house, the lights of the house were switched off. As per the planning, the lights of house switched on after 2 minutes. When she saw the decoration and the people around her, she was very happy, and I could see the tears of happiness in her eyes. And then she cut her cake, and we all blessed her with a lot of feelings to her. And she told us that it was unexpected party for her, and at that time we all felt over on the seven heaven because it was the best party which arranged us for her. And then I can say that it was a successful party which I arranged for her, and it only make perfect only due to the efforts of my family members, and they did a lot of hard work while organizing that party. So that was the event that I organized with my family members to give a special time to my sister's success.
Okay, look, which I would have said, my mother's responsibility was to bake the cake. But I have Tahir brother here with me, and he's going to comment on your speaking.
And thank you very much. It was my mother's responsibility to bake a cake for her. Okay, one thing was that. The second one, that one mistake about past tense again you made at the end of before your closing sentence. Okay, rest of the things were really very well placed, and I think you are copying this answer from any other helping book, or you used the internet, or you did research on. So what was happening? You improved a lot within few days.
Actually, sir, I helped it from the internet. Actually, I also added some words like idioms in it also.
Yes, ma'am. Nancy, you need to work on your past tense. Like at some places you are searching few words to convert your present tense into past, and then you are again making a mistake. Okay, work on it. Like you were required to use was or were, but you used has and have. Okay.
Honestly speaking, I'm not good at planning for impending occasions, but today I'd like to share with you a time that I organized a birthday party for one of my bosoms friends, who is called Hannah. In fact, Hannah has been my closest friend since childhood. We are like 2P in Nepal. So on her 26th birthday, which happened to be on 24th November last year, her partner wanted to throw a surprise birthday party for her, and he asked me to prepare for the whole event. In fact, I was really honored to be given such an opportunity. But that was my first time being granted the chance to organize an event for someone. So I sought for assistance from my school mother, who was very good when it comes to making preparations towards an occasion. So she helped me with the budget, with the cake, and some other things. So on the final day, her boyfriend told me not to spill the beans out because he wanted to be her to be astonished when she found out that we are doing something for her. So I gave him my word that I'm going to keep that as a secret. So on that day, which was the 24th November, the day was organized in my house premises. So I invited some old school buddies around, and her partner also was around as well. So I called my friends to come at home to help me out with something. And as soon as she reached the house, we immediately sang a birthday song for her. And her boyfriend also utilized that opportunity to propose to her as well. In fact, my friend was short of words. She felt over the moon and was surprised. At that moment, she didn't know what to do. And I organized that event for her because I wanted it to be a memorable day for her, because as
short your story, and you will be able to get good band score.
Right,
otherwise this habit will cost you in terms of your band score.
Okay, sir. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sir.
Thank you so
Thank you very much.
Any questions regarding
Yes, ma'am. I want to ask question.
Okay, I understand what you want to ask. The thing is that in part 2, when you read your cue card, talk about an event that you had prepared well for. Please say what the event was, what the occasion was, who helped you to prepare for it, and explanation. In part 1, try to pick up one word, one keyword. Locate the keyword in this whole cue card. Talk about an event. Okay? Now
Yes,
it's crystal and clear that you are talking about a event. which you have managed in your past or previous experiences. If you are a professional, then definitely you can took a story, or you can made a story related to your office, okay, related to your workplace. Or if you are a student, you can make a story related to your sports event, school sports event, college sports event, or even from Asia, for Asian students. As everyone knows that we spend lot of money on our marriage ceremonies, and you can rate that story. You you prepared for a marriage ceremony of your brother, sister, aunt, uncle, something like that. You did shopping, you arranged flowers, you managed stage, something like that. Okay, try to create a real story in which you are existing. Okay, if you are doing like that, you are facing this story in your real life, and you are creating it by your own. Okay, then definitely it will help you. Your mind will also help you to create words, vocabulary, sentences, fluency. Each and every element should be there automatically. But if you are trying to speak on impressive story, like I want to tell you bitter reality, something like that, or I want to create a story which should be impressive for a teacher, then it is not going to allow you to get a good band scores. Because when you are trying to create something new to impress other person, you need to look at vocabulary words, because you didn't feel in your entire life about it. So that's why pick something from naturally from your own life, or from your parents' life that you have had faced. Okay.
Okay, sir. Thank you.
This is the major requirement of IELTS. They doesn't bother that you are telling them truth, or you are telling lie.
Most of the time, we skip the last question. Most of the time, this thing is happen with me. Most of the time.
What do you mean by the last portion? Last portion means last question and explain why you had to prepare. Okay, this is very bad. If you can skip all other questions, but not the explanation portion. Okay, you can narrate on first question and last question. First means introductory part. That should be sound, crystal and clear. Okay, then explanation required. Explanation required to guide him what you are talking about him. Like you are giving examples, telling them how you faced this thing in reality. Okay, this is compulsory. You can skip other even 3 questions. You can give your own introduction, give the name of you, create your own occasion, own sports, okay, which no one likes, but give explanation to make him understand easily. Okay, if he or she understand what you are talking about, then his other concern would be that it was clear, English was good and proper, sentences was okay, fluency was okay. Doesn't matter you are making mistakes or talking about rubbish or something else. Okay, they have no concern with that.
Okay, sir.
Okay, thank you.
Thank you, sir.
Yes, please, I want to ask a question. Please, it's about the format, the 4 questions they ask. Please, is it necessary to start as they've asked, or you can mix them up?
You can mix them or even miss them. Okay?
Okay.
But thing is that you are talking about the event which they want to listen. Don't try to mess up with the event. Okay? Even you can talk about your own marriage ceremony that you had arranged last year or previous year or 2 years ago. Okay? You can talk about that. You have managed it by your own. Okay? Who helped you? The event organizer or your parents, something like that. You can create your own questions. But the thing is that as long as you are speaking and your pitch is good and you are touching the requirement of the question, then there is nothing, there is no one who is going to decrease your band scores. Okay?
All right, sir. Thank
These
you very
questions
much.
are only to give you idea or you
Okay.
can continue your story. But I must say that at the end of this conversation, try to use these questions, because they will allow you to speak more about this cue card. Okay, you can make your own cue card. Like
All right, sir.
in few weeks ago, I think 1 or 2 weeks ago, the other ma'am was telling you how to prepare this cue card. Manage that 1 minute, which they will allow you to make your own cue card. Okay, write bullet points, write hints, and then try to explain each and every one. Okay.
Okay, thank you. I wanted to ask, is it a must to give the background of the story, or I can just answer the question, what was the event? So the event was a sport event, or should I first give the background of the story?
If you are giving them background of this story, okay, when it happened, where it was, what the story was, the only person can masterclass the speaking who can make and create questions. Like if you are really good in asking questions and creating your own questions, then you can get good band scores, because questions mean you are sending a positive signal to your mind that locate something new related to this. Okay,
Okay.
so work on it. The day will come soon when your mind start working on it, and it will provide you the vocabulary which you needed to crack this portion. Okay.
Okay. All right.
Okay, Tahir brother, I have a question. How
Yes,
long
ma'am.
the introductory part should be for?
Not
Because
more.
some
Ma'am, the
some
thing
members
is that-
started with an introductory part and it's very
Yes.
lengthy.
Okay, ma'am, the thing is that if you really don't have enough vocabulary to continue with the other 4 questions, then you can prolong your answer. But in my point of view, you can say you are required to at least place 3 sentences to clear the vision of what you are going to talk about.
Sir,
Like if I have to crack the same cue card, I must consider it like that. Pakistan is a diverse country. Next sentence should be, I really love to attend the events, but here I would love to talk about an event which I personally managed, or something like that. Then I will definitely give them the name of that event, when it was arranged by me, who helped me. Okay, the 4th one, what was the audience, what they did, how they managed, how they, you can say, what was their comments. Okay, what I personally gained from that experience. Okay, that was all included in explanation portion.
Sir, to achieve band score 7, what we have to do in speaking?
Fluency and perfection. Sentence, don't try to make sentences errors, and you should be crystal and clear to speak in past tense, because most of the questions are related to past in cue card, and in present you should be very good to crack part 1. Okay, in part 1 they judge your basic ability to speak, to negotiate.
I think I shared it in the group. Some of them got 7.58. And I think it's because of vocabulary also, not only fluency but vocabulary and placing, structure in their sentences.
Okay.
If
There
you
are
want to
4.
crack band 7.
There is only one criteria. On that basis they are going to judge you. Number 1, fluency. Number 2, grammatical skills. Number 3, error-free sentences and vocabulary. Number 4, coherence and cohesion.